Fear immediately gripped Mike. All of a sudden, he went from having something that was no problem to this dreaded thing. How did it all begin? You're welcome to the true life story of Mike Huss's healing journey. In the year 2000, Mike Huss had an itch, and though he scratched it, the itch persisted. Unable to find relief, Mike examined this itchy area on his chest and noticed a pimple-sized sore. He dismissed it, but the itch remained. Months passed and the sore did not go away, but began to get worse and grow. Even though Mike believed in healing, he lacked the revelation of God's unconditional love and his authority as a believer. The sore grew to a point he began to visit the doctor for diagnosis, and upon diagnosis, it was discovered he had a malignant neoplasm. Immediately, fear gripped Mike. All of a sudden, he went from having something that was no problem to this dreaded thing. However, not wanting to do anything out of fear, he left it against the doctor's advice, and over the next 6 years, this once pimple-sized sore metastasized into a very large and troublesome tumor, requiring cleaning and bandaging several times a day. This tumor became so large that Mike wore a modified bra to support it. Though he didn't have a strong foundation of the Word of God, as what he had been exposed to was a performance-based doctrine in his church, and he struggled to rest in God's unconditional love, but purposed in his heart that he would seek God still. He began confessing healing scriptures with a desire to earn his healing. A few months later, as he continued to struggle with his faith and his beliefs, his friend bought him a series of faith-based teaching. This opened Mike up to a new revelation of what Jesus had already done for him. And like a light bulb moment, his confessions began to come from a place of conviction and confidence in what he believed he had received from God. I've already got it. I've already got it. Everything I had, every sickness, disease, or sin that I'll ever commit or had committed, Christ had washed away. Mike completely let go of this tumor and put his focus on Jesus. After this revelation, he began to see his healing manifest. And a month later, after his confessions, his wife, while cleaning the dressing of the wound, realized it had decreased in size. Approximately 5 months later, while consistently confessing the scriptures with understanding, Mike's chest was clear. Mike had lost more than 20 pounds and had become very weak during this illness. But as he worked out his healing by confessing God's words, his strength returned and he gradually began to regain the weight he lost. Now there is no sign of tumor. Mike and his wife were so impacted by God's faithfulness to his word and by the revelation which the faith-based messages opened up the word that they immediately enrolled into a Bible college. In Mike's words, I want to be able to minister to people that they might receive the love of God that I have received and to know that it's unconditional. If Mike can have this testimony, I deep down from the depth of my heart believe that it can be yours as well. Have a lovely day.